Hi guys, it's Adrian and I'm speaking to you today from Amsterdam, the Museum of Van Gogh, where we just spent the last couple of hours going around seeing all these amazing images and pictures. And today the whole conversation is talking about how to get delegation to work for you in your organisation. Now, just to prove we are where we say we are, turn the camera around, there you go, the entrance to the Van Gogh Museum over there. And as you can see, it's a very wet, rainy day here in Amsterdam. So today's talk is all about delegation, and I don't want to go into delegation and try to talk about how to delegate, but more to do with how to make delegation work for you, because there are really three reasons why people don't get delegation working in their businesses. So why don't we delegate? What is it that gets in the way? Well, the first simple reason is we don't know how to do it properly. So we're frightened of making a mistake, we're frightened of getting it wrong, and therefore we don't delegate. But it's actually a really simple skill to learn, and if you've seen or downloaded already my delegation checklist, then in there there's the 6 steps that take you through the process of how to delegate effectively to people. Now, if you can get that bit right, great. So what else stops you? Well, the next thing that stops people is a lack of a clarity of their vision of why they're trying to delegate, what they're trying to delegate, and the results they're trying to achieve, the outcomes they want delegation to create for them. So delegation is, first of all, knowing how to do it, and the second part is actually being clear what it is you're trying to achieve through delegation, because delegating for delegating's sake is pointless. You actually got to be wanting to achieve something. But then there's one other reason why people fail to delegate effectively, and that is their mindset. Because you have to have the right mindset to be able to delegate effectively. And what do I mean by that? Well, the right mindset is a mindset that enables you to overcome the fears of delegating. And those are fears about yourself, your abilities, of getting it wrong. They're fears about confrontation. They're about fears about dealing with people in difficult situations, following up with people, having meetings with people. There's lots of interactions that people get frightened of. The next thing you need to be clear about is being open to the possibilities that could exist, that could come about through delegation. Because sometimes people's minds are closed to that. They don't think anything's going to come of it. They think it's going to be too hard. There's not going to be any benefits. And in that sort of situation, basically, you are really stuck. Now, by the way, if you're hearing this and you get the sound quality okay, send me some likes, send me some hearts, just let me know you're there, and put some comments in, tell me any questions you've got. Just helps me make sure I get everything over to you well today. So the possibility of delegation, what does that mean for you? What does that mean in your organisation? If you get delegation really working well, how much more productive is your company going to be? How many more sales are you going to make? How many more customers are you going to get? And that you've got to be willing to let the people in your organisation, you've got to have a mindset that is going to be willing to let the people in your organisation make a contribution to you. Because basically, you can't do it on your own. You need other people's input, you need other people's support, you need other people's thinking, other people's ideas. So you basically need those people to be able to help you by actually coming in and giving you and contributing their thinking, their ideas, their passions, their beliefs to help you. And finally, you've got to be open to disruption, because guess what? You're going to be changing something by delegation. You're changing how things work from where they work currently to something new. And if you do that, guess what? It's going to disrupt your current processes. So you've got to be open to disruption. So what are the mistakes that people make around delegation? Well, the first thing is people think that they've got to have all the answers. Absolutely not. You know, one of the key things I keep saying to people about delegation is you don't have to have all the answers. You need to be able to let other people contribute to you. And actually having all the answers is a real barrier to delegation. Secondly, you've got to believe that other people can do it better than you. You've got to be able to believe that you aren't the best person for the job, that other people might have skills, talents, abilities, knowledge, passion that they could contribute to that's better than yours in certain circumstances, and you've got to use their skills and talents. You've also got to realise that if you create the right environment, people will be as passionate about your business and the outcomes you want to achieve as you are. In fact, they might be even more passionate in certain circumstances because it really sings to their personal purpose. So if you can connect with that and get people to appreciate that what you're trying to do actually aligns with what they want to do in the world, then of course they're going to be passionate. I mean, you know, just take a look at volunteer organisations around the world. People there contributing to those organisations. They don't get paid, but they do it because it's in something that they believe in. So connecting with people's personal purpose is a really important part of delegation. And the biggest mistake people make is that they're impatient. They want it to happen tomorrow, but delegation, as you'll see if you go through the delegation checklist, can take you some time to practice and get good at it. It's not going to be something you're going to do in a quick half-hour session. It's going to take some time, some follow-up, some feedback, some appreciation, and going around the cycle a few times before you get really skilled at it. But it's worth it, because as soon as you've done that, the time you will save going forward will multiply time and time again. So delegation is a real time saver once you've invested the right amount of time in it. So what is it you need to do? Well, the way we need to be, the way we need to operate, the people we need to be to make delegation work, the right sort of mindset, is we have to have a mindset that welcomes disruption, makes it fun, allows it to happen. Disruption is really important. We have to be our own disruptors in this modern world. We have to be accepting of disruption and use disruption to make sure we do things better. We've got to harness the energy of the whole team. We've got to harness the energy of everyone in our team. We've got to make sure that everyone in our team knows that they can contribute their skills, their talents, their abilities. So you've got to create an environment that makes it happen. You've got to replace the command and control approach with a compelling environment of change, so that people understand the outcomes really clearly, but you're not trying to control how they get them. You're guiding them, giving them suggestions, giving them pathways to follow, but you're relying on their inventiveness, their innovation, their creativity to solve the problem. You're not having to come up with all the answers yourself. And when you create that environment, you need to be transformative in your style, in your approach. That means not just thinking about a transformation as an event, a one-off thing, but a way of being. That transformation is a way of being for you. So you're always looking for the next step, the better way, the next opportunity, the new way of doing things, so that you can improve continually. And if you do that, what you create is an environment where the natural law of people, and if you go and look up the natural law of people on my website, just type into bedeserved.com/natural law of people, there's a whole paper on it there, just talking about how that is going to enable you to get the best things out of your people, because you're giving them, you're creating the environment for them to make a contribution to you. And that's absolutely vital. Once you get that, people are going to really be interested in coming back and giving you more and more contribution, because you go through the process of delegation. You absolutely have to appreciate their contribution. You give them feedback, and then they're motivated, inspired, and engaged in trying to do it again. But if you want to do that and you want to make that work, then why not book a call with me to actually talk through how we can get delegation working really well in your business, engaging all your team, bringing your team together to produce the outstanding results you dream of producing in your business, and with that the profits that's going to follow. But let me ask you a question. What is going to happen in your business if you don't start to really get effective at delegation? What's going to happen? Your business is going to plateau if it hasn't already. Your business is going to stay where it is because it's relying on you doing all the work. You cannot leverage yourself that much. There's only one of you. You've only got 24 hours in a day. Even if you work all of them, your health will suffer, but you're still not going to get the results you want. You need to work with other people. You need to be able to delegate tasks, problems, problem-solving issues, challenges to people, so that they can contribute to you. And if you don't do it, you're going to stay where you are, the business is going to suffer, and you're not going to get the results you want to achieve. So delegation is a vital part of taking your business to the next level. Now, we're here in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. We just had a wonderful morning at the Van Gogh exhibition. We were listening to the audio tapes of this guy about what he does. Now, the reason Van Gogh, and I picked Van Gogh today to have a hook, if you like, for today's talk, was this, that Van Gogh was a real master at getting down to the reality in the world. He wasn't one of these artists that wants to paint mysteries and fantasies. He wasn't a political artist. He was trying to paint the reality, the peasant, peasant doing their work, the peasant's features, and trying to express that through art. And some of these pictures and paintings he's made are just phenomenal. And when you listen to the description and the audios around it, it's fantastic. He was a master at getting to the reality of life. And you, as a business owner, that's what you've got to always be looking at. You've got to be getting to the reality of your business so you can understand where you are today, and then you can make the change you need to make going forward. The biggest change that you need to make is the engagement of other people, and the art of doing that is all in delegation. So if you haven't ever downloaded the delegation checklist, then click the link below that will be there after this video has been posted, and that will get you through to the delegation checklist. And if you'd like to book a call with me, to have a 45-minute business Kickstarter call with me, then click that link and have a business Kickstarter call with me for 45 minutes, and we'll see what we can do to make sure that your business is going in the right direction for the rest of this year. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got more sightseeing to do here in Holland before we fly back tonight, and it's been a fantastic trip, and I hope you enjoyed the Facebook Live. Next week we'll be back in England, so see you next week from the normal setting, but for now it's me in Amsterdam saying goodbye and wishing you a wonderful Easter weekend. Bye for now.